Hey guys, good morning. Anna, back with you from Rock Dance Theater. And you know what? This is one of these videos that I just decided spontaneously off the top of my head to go on. And I titled it, yeah, How I'm Breaking in Confidence. It's on many levels part of this documentation trip that I'm doing right now in crazy COVID times. The reality is that me being a performer right now, being hunkered down at home and on complete shutdown, not having work, not having shows or practical workshops, if you will. I've been binge watching pretty much not only on learning based videos and tutorials and instructions on just picking up a cool new hobby because I got super hooked with that. But this was exactly a part of breaking in the confidence, to be honest, because me being a performer professionally, all of a sudden grabbing bass and recording a stupid video, a selfie mode, and posting it out there onto Facebook for you guys to see, is exactly one of these things. No prejudging and not really giving a fuck, if it's good or bad, but as long as I have fun with it, and I did. It was kind of hard at the beginning. I figured, man, everything that I post should be correct in the sense of quality control and stuff. But I figured, you know what? Like, we're all people, right? Like, as one of the really cool bass players out there used to say, we all pee the same way. We're all people, so it makes no sense to kind of put that pressure on. But yeah, that's kind of my approach to deal with this. And I just saw like a morning Gary V Talk kind of thing. So it's on fucking you. You said to kind of do that immediately, so here we are. Me in my bikini bra because it's super hot outside. It's like 20 degrees. It's beautiful. It's beautiful out there. It's beginning to be more and more hard to stay in. However much I'm completely busy and productive over here. But yeah, also this part of documenting the trip, I figured, yeah, why not just do that unscripted, unprepared, and just reaching out to you guys, because I think on so many levels, not only as a performer but also as a human being, it takes guts to do this like human thing in the first place. And yeah, taking in the sun, which is always great. So the light is there, and it's always a positive thing to look forward. So I would think that dropping your prejudgment and not expecting too much, not only of yourself but also the environment, and people thinking something and having opinion. And of course, everyone has an opinion. My advice to all of that is fuck it, just do your thing. And to be honest, when I started, when I didn't even think about like funding Rock Dance Theater, making it happen in the first place, because it literally found me being a dancer out of my profession, a choreographer, a performer. When I was a kid, I was pretty much exposed to early music education, but it was very early killed, in the sense of my first music teacher was a freaking mathematician. So that kind of, killed the passion right there and then. It was just like, learn 4 bars and then wait and then something else, but it was like so dry and so unpassionate. I figured, yeah, it's not my thing. And since I was hyperactive, I needed to move, I needed action. My mom took me to a class, like her being not only in the business of economics and architecture and doing like a million things. Shout out to my mom, by the way. I so opposed that. I didn't want to go in the first place, and I was like, no, me being stubborn with my personality and all. And of course, like, I was hooked. I loved it. And after the very first time, I was like, yes, please, more. So yeah, that's pretty much what happened. From the very first class on, I was like, hey, Magnus, you son of a bitch. I'm putting it out there. I will put you out there. You know what? I will put you on, man. I will throw an invite at your ass right now. And let's see if you're willing to put yourself out there as well. This is how I break people's confidence as well. I'm kind of famous for it. I laugh that not only do I have this direct kind of thing, I figure, at some point you need to let go of that professionalism, and I've always been pro. Maybe it's because I started very early on in the business. I was literally 5 or 6 when I, as I was just saying before, Magnus came over. By the way, shout out to Sweden, sending all my love to Sweden that I deeply, deeply miss. yeah, pretty much at the very beginning of things, I knew I would do things my own way, and I was like my own boss, and delegating shit. And yeah, I think 20 years plus in the business kind of forward my way of thinking, me being my own boss as an individual. It kind of at some point shuts you down in terms of I don't want to say openness, but just like not giving a fuck. And literally, again, Gary, this one is fucking on you, that I'm doing this completely unplanned, unscheduled, that like no one got a notification that I'm going on right now. But for the sake of it, for whoever is watching, and whoever of you guys, I know Magnus is watching because I see the freaking numbers on the board. For whoever is watching this, confidence is pretty much a psychological thing. As you just saw on Facebook, I took out, the bass thing, and I was really like having fun with learning these like power chords, well, power speed playing, and this is my new hobby. Disclaimer, I'm not a professional musician, but I have so much fucking fun. And at the same time, so many good things are happening out there, like performing wise, but out of our homes. I started this live rock dance theater podcast where I tell you guys about the history of things, a little bit about the background, how it came about, who was in my life that influenced it, and it's a never-ending story. I'm turning 3 years old this year. 2020 hits a third anniversary of Rock Dance Theater. And I was thinking already a year ago in my head that maybe I want to broaden that and kind of do a collab with a bass player, because it was initially guitars hanging behind me, my very first love. But somehow I had a bass, a friend of mine gave me one to just play around with it. Like we did some jam sessions and partnering, bass player and a dancer, figuring out stuff together, improvising, being physical about it, working with the necks and with the body, and just like creating choreography out of that. But there was never a good reason and never a good excuse to kind of pick it up. And I figured, yeah, this is ironic, because this COVID shit is literally creating space and time for me to learn, let's say, a Megadeth song. You probably didn't hear that, but like the truth of the matter is that it's fun and it brings me joy, and hopefully it brings joy to other people, in the sense of, if you found your thing that you wanted to learn, be it dance, be it music, be it writing, painting, whatever, now is the freaking time. So don't prejudge that. Is it good enough? Like, am I spending properly time for it? You know what? I learned in my life that if something comes about, it's supposed to be done. You're supposed to do it. And the part of the documenting process of it is kind of figuring out day by day, what is it about for you personally? Is it just for fun? Is it just a hobby? Does it make you happy? Does it make you stay motivated and all? Oh, who do I have here at the broadcast studio? Do you want me to put you on? Because I do see you. And if the viewers want to see another person, yes, I do. Hello there, Ado.
How are you, Anna?
I'm good.
Yeah.
As you see, busy as fuck. Let me say that again. And actually, I started doing these freaky, funny things, live streams. Hanging out with people on air, hopefully doing some good.
I've seen you've been real busy.
You know what? It's just craziness. I think it's one of these things like, what should I do today? I cannot go out. I cannot fucking do anything like that my life is a part of. So, but I do have the computer and not unlimited internet access. So, oops,
That's great. We have to stay adaptable to changes.
I think so. Yeah, we talked about it, right?
Yeah.
By the way, Magnus is a super cool friend of mine from over in Stockholm right now. Are you sitting in Stockholm? Where are you tuning in from? Are you in home base?
I'm at home in Stockholm in my basement bat cave.
Bunker.
Videos. Yeah, in my bunker that's so dark. I color correcting videos and stuff like that.
Yeah, my color correction is fantastic. I go from glow to, because the sun is so strong, man. It's amazing. So if I actually took my laptop out, this is what you would get exactly. It's just like crazy. So
nice. We have sunshine here as well, but you can't see it right here. But outside
yeah,
it's
you're
sunny,
hiding.
like 16 degrees. But you have pretty much hotter weather that where you are, right?
It's around 20 Celsius.
Yeah.
Like today, these 2 days, pretty much. It's going into like an Arizona kind of climate right now, which I'm. Jesus Christ! Like, how do you stay in? And I literally was posting, on my Instagram story thing. People, it's gonna get harder. The weather is beautiful. It's awesome outside. Please do not fucking go out. Stay inside. So, I guess it's hard for everyone, but we gotta stay put. We gotta stay here, and let's create and live a little bit online, right?
Yeah, and you can go out in the woods alone.
Sure. Yeah.
You don't
Well,
have to.
in Sweden, actually
in
here
Sweden,
in Poland, they shut down the forests.
Oh.
The government literally shut down the forest, and it's like, yeah, no comment on that. I don't want to talk about the C word too much, just because this zone should be about just like positive things and that bring people hopefully value. So like if you click on YouTube, I don't know about your feed and your recommendations, but for me it's like metal interviews, tutorials, concerts, corona. So it's like a weird mix. Yeah, how are you doing, Magnus? Work-wise, what are you up to? Are you mixing? Are you doing video shit? What's happening?
Tomorrow night there's a premiere on the 4th video I'm doing for Yohio.
Cool.
Tomorrow
the
night.
Japanese artist, is that it?
Yeah, Swedish, Japanese.
Swedish, Japanese. Yeah. Should we plug that? Do you have any link that you want to throw on? We could do that, might as well, while we have you. It was supposed to be like a literally 5-minute thing that I go on and off, like hasta la vista, that's it. But see, sometimes it happens better if you don't plan it. We just like wing this shit. I like it.
I will just find the link for you, so you keep the audience entertained, and I will find the link.
Keep online, juggle, play, do whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just pretty much figuring out a way to spend this time doing good. I was actually talking to a good friend of mine, David, the other day. He's also a musician, and we were just confirming the very kind of same thing. Why not throw in a banner, right? That throwing out just positivity and something creative, something productive has a huge impact. And since people got shut down at home, kind of suspended in their own actions, so much good has happened already. It's amazing. It's like across the planet, So we might not realize what we say, what happens out there, and it's an actual truth. He was talking to I think it was a quantum physics scientist. Okay, awesome. Got the link. Let's throw it on. And they actually said that it was all written depending on, well, let's say your opinions or your values and beliefs. But Newton's laws of physics, that pretty much applies. That was exactly that. New Testament says it, So like, be it science, be it religion, be it whatever, they describe the situation, exactly this point in history that we are in. So yeah, this link, guys, by the way, is exactly the artist that has a super cool release, I would imagine.
Is that a clickable link, or is it just...
To be honest, I have no idea, because I'm figuring out still the platform, which is StreamYard, in sync with YouTube both and Facebook. I think people actually see it in real time right now. So either the chat would be a clickable link if we look at the rebroadcast, or they can also try to do HDD / stuff like that.
This is the artist's name, Yohio.
Sweet.
So it's pretty easy to spell. So
nice.
If people want to look it up, it's there. I worked with the four latest tomorrow. The 4 latest videos of his my work. Yeah, it's pretty interesting to hear what you're saying about how we react to. The first day the government in Sweden said we can't get together more than 500 people. All my customers in video production they canceled. So here
Tell
you go.
me about cancellation.
Yeah, Absolutely. So here you go. And I couldn't go. You know, I used to go to Åland Island between Sweden and Finland and work there to bring some income to my company. And they shut the borders for me to go there. So they shut down the ferry over there. So there you go. No Åland. No
nothing.
No nothing.
Tell me about it.
Then I just
So, like,
let's figure this out and take what you have and make the most of it. And when I did that, and probably you've seen me too, going more online and be more in front of the camera. And
I'm not saying anything, but I do see you.
Yeah, okay.
You know what, folks? For anyone that's gonna watch either now or later, I actually wanted to bring Magnus as a guest onto my show that would be scheduled and scripted and planned, and we would have this kind of thing. And then we kind of dropped the idea. Okay, we were both busy, and I was thinking, like, son of a bitch. And there you are, like, pure thinking, you know, like, will it to happen? And it does. And it's super cool that you actually popped up. Because I think we can both kind of relate to that confidence, quote unquote, thing. How do you manage that? Like, because if I can say to the viewers, Magnus, unlike myself, is also a performing artist, but he's a musician as well. So yeah, how do you come about with that early on in the career when you start, or even later on, to kind of sustain what you're doing and struggle with the confidence thing? Is that an issue? Was that an issue with you?
Yeah, it's an issue. It's an issue now. It's an issue. This is an issue, right? But I'm more like thinking, fuck it.
I like it. F-U-C-K.
Yeah, sorry about that, but
no, this is my program. You can swear. You can be yourself.
Good. But I spend a lot of time thinking about everything to be perfect before I put it out there. You know, every song, every video, every little thing. And when I claim to know how to do something, I want it to be perfect. And I was really
welcome to the club. I was just literally saying at the beginning. Yeah.
I'm thinking about what that percent that doesn't like it will have to think about me. But this crisis really made it. I thought, you know, let's put it out there. Okay, I take my camera. I have something to say, something that could give some to share something, and then I just don't watch it 100 times and be picky on it. Just put it out there, you know, just share.
I totally agree. I actually, because right now I'm also, me personally, I'm spending as much time as I can to kind of put my stuff out there, you know, for God knows how long until real works, as you say, also for you, comes back, that we are amongst people, because that's pretty much what our work is based on, being physically with people. But you know what? The digital world is also fun. You know, it has so much to offer. It's pretty amazing. Imagine doing this pre-internet. We would be completely screwed. None of this would be possible. Like, no one would even hear about you. And here we are, 8th of October. I got it. I just had to reassure myself, because just like day, unless I have something scheduled, or like I want to see a podcast that is planned and it has a countdown calendar thing. Yeah, like, just put it out there, you know, do as much as you can for yourself and for others, because it is going to translate sooner or later. And it's about positive vibes. And what's more positive than what we do, I think. It's like, as a job profession, it might be masochistic being in performing arts, music, video, dance, theater, whatever. But it's so worth it, don't you think? Like, in the long run.
And the personal connection, you know, if you don't see people as much, you know, you sit at home, and if you can communicate and see people share a really personal content that gives you something. We like human beings. We like being around human beings, and this is the best we can do. So let's do it. Just share. Get out there.
I agree. Well, we're all screw-ups at the end. It's like, human race has its quirks. You know, some of us are geniuses and we can create really awesome things. then again, we do a lot of dumb shit and a lot of destruction around. And I'm not talking destruction in arts when it's a cool topic and we get dark and into the matter. Like, I was interviewing Argus Dorian. I don't know if you saw that, Magnus. He's a dark artist. He's a graphic designer. So he does all of these cool manipulations and pretty much goes down deep into human psychology and, guts ripped, very graphic, anatomy out, gore and stuff. But you know what he said? He has a reason for that. It's supposed to get a message across. It's not just for the shock of it. Like, nothing shocks really. Like, Hello Kitty naked version is out there at the same time. Okay. So yeah, it's supposed to do the right thing, I think, and put a proper message in front of it, however much you don't want to name it.
It's about creating emotions, really. So every time you get touched by something, even scary or negative or positive or beautiful, if you feel something, we just want to feel something, So
we might not say it, we might be like, nah, I have no emotions. I'm a cold bitch, whatever. But, deep down, it's all bullshit because we do feel the same. We feel strong. We feel vulnerable. Depending on what's happening, everyone had a tough time in their life or will. So in that sense, we can completely bounce off of that. Like, how did you manage? Let's say, before you came on, actually, I wanted to also mention to folks out there that one of the things that kind of keeps me sane in this situation is action, is not dwelling on being passive, but literally waking up, calling up my mom, first thing, checking up if she's okay, then work out, proper food, taking care of myself, then, doing the Instagram shit, the online, but in the sense of not waiting for things to happen, not waiting for something to come, because it did come as much as I would not expect it these days. I don't know how were your weeks, but like so much good has happened. It's just like freaking mind-blowing,
It's like I've woken up, really. I was getting really comfortable of everything I was doing. I had my customers, I had my work there. I could if I needed, I could work on a place on Åland, and then life just the cycle.
So don't you think it was a little like a tap in the back of the head, like, don't get too comfortable with that because you might lose it, right?
Yeah, and the connection and when you start putting yourself out there and really personal content for people, in the more business area too, like in LinkedIn and social media like that, it's really positive, and I mean, just wow, why haven't I done this before?
Because there's always an excuse. It's like me learning bass. Totally. It's like me really focusing on being consistent as fuck with many things. Because I was just talking. I have a friend over, and she's right at the border outside Berlin. Anyway, she works in business and in promotion and marketing, and she was so hard on me, like with my content, let's say, on how I'm being pictured, what works, what doesn't. And she was just like really railing me, for being inconsistent. And I was like, you know what? This is the exact description of my personality out there on social media. Because here's the thing. When I'm happy and I'm high, I create, which means, a marathon on fucking social media. And if someone sees my name, they go puke. I don't really care. But in the sense of like the rules, how to do it, it's inconsistent as fuck. It's hard, man. And this is actually what I'm doing these days. Reevaluating and like, okay, Insta story. Okay. And it's hard. For whoever is out there, guys, if you also do feel it's hard working as a freelancer, taking care of your own shit, if you are not lucky yet enough to be as big, to have people behind you kind of help out and do that, up until that point, you got to do it by yourself. So if there's anyone struggling with the very same thing, throw in a comment. Yeah, same here. And it sucks. It's just a part of life, right? We all got to do it, big and small.
Yeah. And I think I got my company name, and that was one brand, and I was myself was one brand,
Right.
It's still starting to
what's
merge
your name brand, Magnus? By the way, let's throw that out. Let's
my
plug it.
company.
Yeah.
Urusai.
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 Urusai arigatou gozaimasu.
Yes.
No. This is my
know
cheap
what it means?
attempt.
It means like,
you told me once, I forgot.
it means like shut up.
And this is exactly where I go.
Oh, I didn't hear you.
Because I just said this is exactly the moment where I go mute. So I muted my mic for a second. There you
right. Now I get it.
Is that spelled correctly?
Yeah, that's correct.
You know what, Magnus? This is so much fun to wing it. But let me ask you this officially and unofficially, because we are live. The whole world sees or will see it. Because this is an interesting topic. Not only the confidence thing, but / a business kind of approach towards what we do and how we handle that, the ups and downs. Would you be interested that we came up, planned, let's say, with a topic and discuss that for a couple of minutes for the folks? If you had time, that is, of course.
Yeah, I'm home. Nobody knows what I'm doing, but someone
Okay, because I did expose one of my guests already. It looks like I might do it to you this time. This is amazing. This is a whole new series. Because do you know the story with the last episode that I did? Okay, so Decade Dead, as Argus Dorian, the artist that I interviewed in my last episode, Rock Dance Theater live streams with Anna, and the guy is a graphic design artist, so he's in the behind of scenes, kind of. He's not in front of the camera. His work speaks for him. So when we were talking, like, hey, let's do this, he was like, but I never go on. No one knows my face. No one knows how I look. And I was like, uh-oh, is that a problem? Like, you can do something. And first of all, we wanted to do the Slipknot kind of thing, the mask and then the unveiling, but it actually turned into a real thing. Rock Dance Theater exposed the guy as a first person, and I was so laughing. Yes, exclusive. So let's do that to you either way. If people think that you're hiding and not out there, we put you into a spotlight. What do you think?
Absolutely, do it.
You can think about it. I can do this to you, and then you think about it, and you come on with an answer. Oi, shit, I broke it. You're black. Are you still on, Magnus? Shit, I broke Magnus. Hopefully, he will tune in again. Error. See, this is the technical glitch. Magnus, if you do hear us, or...
I hear you.
Yes. Oh,
I
okay.
see you. Yeah.
Shit, I broke you. I did bloop, and then you were gone.
All right.
Okay, so you did say yes. Awesome. You know what, guys? We're going to wrap this up. We don't want to take too much of your time, but it was really fun to hang out. And thank you, Magnus. So cool of you to pop in. And you know what, guys? We will give you a date. We will schedule one of these episodes officially, like a stage talk with Magnus Ekstrom or Urusai Media, depending. And you just look out for that with an announcement. And while we're here, don't forget to click subscribe to both of us. Why not? We're going to reshare the favor, redo the shaver, because we got to help each other out these days, right?
Yeah, it was very nice to talk to you again, Anna.
You too, Magnus. Awesome.
You're looking energetic and
I am working out, man. I gotta use my energy on something. So I'm literally like 30 push-ups in a row. It's like, it's terrible. I swear to God. 6
nights afterwards. Yeah.
Yeah, afterwards I'm gonna do like a world tour in a month. Like that's how strong I'm gonna get. Hopefully, sooner than later. So all the best. Thank you so much for popping in and surprising me and all of us. And I'll talk to you later. Yeah, awesome. To be continued.
Yeah. Bye.
Love, peace, rock and roll. Alrighty, guys. So yeah, as you see, if you allow it, the world and life is awesome and spontaneous, and you just have things happen. So I'm going to leave that as a positive note. I'm going to sign off right now. And until next time, guys, have a lovely Wednesday. Wherever you are in the world, love, peace, rock and roll. I'll see you later.